Welcome to this tutorial on CTC's MEP Productivity Pack for Revit. This is part 2 of a 4-part video series on creating new lighting fixture types using the Productivity Pack's universal fixture content. In part 1, we learned how to create a new universal light source. If you need to use photometric features within Revit, be sure to watch part 1 before continuing this video. In this video, we will learn how to create a new lighting fixture type and configure its geometry and mounting options. In order to create a new lighting fixture, we must determine which universal lighting fixture most closely represents its geometry and mounting. For example, if we need to create a pole light, we will select one of the pole light families, either round or rectangular. If we need to model a can light, we'd start with the round ceiling floor family. For a troffer, the rectangular ceiling floor family. There are several universal light fixture families, so you'll likely find one to meet your need. Check out the pre-configured types for each to see the types of fixtures that each family can be used for. If none of these families match the fixture you need to model, be sure to see the user manual on how to create custom templates to use other families without sacrificing many of the universal fixture content's unique features. In part 1 of this video series, we created a light source for the Let a Light float plane, and we'll continue to use that fixture in this example. This is a wall-mounted fixture, so we need to start with the family Wall Light. First, right-click on the family and click New Type. I'm going to name it UW8 Let a Light float plane. Double-click to open its type properties. We see again that Revit copied an existing fixture to make this type, so we already see parameter values entered. Before we edit them, I'm going to place an instance of this type here so we can see it in plan and in 3D. This fixture obviously doesn't match the fixture we need to model, so let's configure it properly. Back in type properties, I'm going to start with identity data. These are all the values that populate the light fixture schedule. I'll fill these out, and while I do, you get to skip ahead with the magic of video editing. Now that identity data is complete, let's configure the fixture's power requirements. Under electrical loads, we'll enter 18.8 watts, also from the spec sheet. Scroll down, and voltage, power factor, phase, and number of poles is already correct, so we'll leave them. Next, let's look at the fixture's geometry and mounting options. All of these parameters are here under dimensions. Depth, height, and length are self-explanatory, and I'll enter those according to the spec sheet. This family features recess settings, but this is a surface-mounted fixture, so we'll be sure to check surface-mounted. See the user manual and tutorial video on how to configure recess options, and also suspension settings for suspended fixtures. Click Apply, and we can see in 3D that our fixture's geometry looks good. Now let's configure the symbol. Symbol options are up here in the graphics group. Since this is a horizontally mounted fixture, let's not use the sconce symbol. We'll use the rectangular symbol. This fixture is 4 feet long, which happens to already be entered. We also have options here to change the depth of the symbol, the length of the feet, and whether it has feet at all. I like the symbol the way it is, so I'll leave it. And now we're done. The geometry of the model and the symbol accurately represent our example fixture. In the next video, we will assign and orient the universal light source that we created in part 1. Thanks for watching this tutorial on CTC's MEP Productivity Pack for Revit. Be sure to move on to part 3 of this video series, linked in the user manual.